for anything else.
Jackie Glass says no Lance Ito. So will O.J.'s lawyers be able to convince a parole board that his previous trial influenced yesterday's sentencing? Let's bring in Fox News legal analyst Mercedes Colwin and former prosecutor Joanna Greenwald.
Thank you.
I think he's got two possibilities, slim and none on appeal. What do you guys think? Mercedes?
I think so, for sure. I mean, the tapes are the most devastating part of this trial, plus the fact that the appellate courts are loath to overturn jury verdicts. They said, look, you have 12 individuals, 12 of your peers, they listen to the facts, they listen to that audio tape, you're dead in the water, Mr. Simpson.
Joanna, I mean, Simpson, this is what I couldn't believe. Simpson, we are now learning from the prosecutor, apparently could have copped a plea deal. We don't know how little time he could have served, but my guess is 1 or 2 years. Instead, he's doing a minimum 9, hard potential 33.
Well, actually, the plea deal was a minimum of 6 years that they did offer to him that he decided. How
do you know that? Because the prosecutor's not saying what it would have been.
I thought that when I was checking that out, that they gave him something around a minimum of 6 because of the amount of charges that they were listening to.
Apparently, the prosecutor is saying all Simpson wanted to do was something short of an apology. And my information is he could have gotten 1 or 2 years, which would have been...
Which would have been a lot less than now. Now he's facing, first of all, he has to convince a parole board this, I'm sorry, mea culpa, like he did during his sentencing. I thought he was actually pretty compelling about that.
Let's play a clip of that. We've got a clip of actually part of his apology that if you didn't know him and you didn't know his past and you were watching this guy who has apparently no record for armed robbery and kidnapping and you watch this, you might feel a little sorry for him.
Absolutely.
Here it is.
I am sorry. I didn't mean to steal anything from anybody, and I didn't know I was doing anything illegal. I thought
best way to get my friends to listen to me. Sometimes they don't listen, so I got to whip
That's
out
how they
the
stay
pistol.
friends with you, Julie.
Exactly, out of fear. Once again, I scare my friends.
You know how you just brought up the audio tapes as being the thing? That's the thing where the appeal is going to be. They're going to be that he had an all-white jury, that they kicked off any of the black jurors that were potentials. There are 2 black alternates. So I just want to when you're asking about the appeal issues, it's going to be that there was an all-white jury, number 1, and number 2, the tapes that you brought up.
Right.
One of the tapes was that someone was saying that if you pay me some money, I'll tell her what I'm going to say. And the other one was of the cops saying we're going to get him. So don't tell me that people are not going to think about
first of all,
O.J. in the past.
The most compelling part of the sentencing was the fact that he spoke. I mean, why, as a defense attorney, wouldn't you have put him on the stand?
I would have put him on the stand.
Absolutely.
You don't have to. We all know you don't have to. We all know you don't have to.
I think so.
I bet you he could. I really
bet you're right.
His voice was.
I don't know.
His voice was quivering. His voice was quivering. His voice was very sincere.
I hear defense attorneys say all the time, "Oh, I never put my clients on the witness stand." That's an arrogant defense attorney who does not put an innocent client on the witness stand.
I don't agree with that at all whatsoever.
Come on.
No, because you can't draw a negative inference. Unlike a civil case, you can't draw a negative inference if you don't put your client on the stand. They don't have to take the stand.
It doesn't matter, though.
But you are presumed.
That's what he's saying. But the fact that when you saw him at that sentencing, you're saying to that jury,
"Oh, I think
That's
presumed."
what an appeal is about, because it's supposed to be that you are presumed innocent, and the fact is that jurors say that
in this case, I'm not sure. I think that he had the specter of the 1993
and that's where an appeal is going to be.
1995 acquittal. I mean, the Goldmans were in the courtroom. Now, he did actually get picked out of a lottery in order to be there, but when you have the Goldmans sitting in a courtroom for a completely unrelated case, while Judge Glass, of course, made it very clear that it had nothing to do with that, I think forever and ever everybody's going to see this as vindication.
That might be an issue that they raise as well, because when they did a voir dire of the jurors, some said that they disagreed with his acquittal, but that they disagreed. Guess what? But they had one disagree with the acquittal, and that they could feel that they could put it aside.
You know,
and I don't think that
all of them vowed that they would judge him based on the evidence presented within the 4 corners of the courtroom.
And I don't think the evidence weighed as much as
the judge herself said that video, those audio tapes, that was it. I mean, she even said
that when they selected that jury, they said to them, "Can you sit here and be fair and impartial?" They took their oath and they said,
"Sure, let me sit on O.J."
Well, you know what, Joanna? Then eliminate.
You know what? I'm a defense attorney. Let me sit there. Let me
eliminate the jury.
Hi, O.J. How
Joanna
are you
wants
today?
to eliminate the jury. I think we should do guilty until proven innocent, because that's the way they do it in other countries. You're right. Eliminate the jury process.
I'm trying to say we're innocent till proven guilty. Have I not been saying that? Have I not been saying I'm the defense attorney and prosecution?
And that is a lovely, lofty ideal, but it's just an ideal. It doesn't often exist inside a courtroom. It's a fiction. It's a
well,
lovely
I mean, all you can do
best.
is your due diligence. I mean, this judge, unlike Ito, ran a really great courtroom, and she did
I think she made some poor decisions, and you'll see that in the appeal.
Right.
Joanna Greenwald, Mercedes Colwin, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's getting caught in the middle of a cat fight. It makes
No
me
strong
so
opinions here at this table,
All
including
right.
my own.
Yeah, right. The production of a documentary about O.J.'s murder trial was interrupted by his 2007 arrest. Well, it's done, and Geraldo Rivera has some exclusive clips. He's going to join us live next.